Right. Back at it again. Okay. So, we left off last time. We had just finished taking out the bug gym. Chonk in the lead. Okay. So, we got a couple goals today. One of the things I want to do is, damn. Oh, got his butt kicked. One of the things I want to do is I want to be... we're going to be going on the west side of the world and taking out the next two challenges over here. So I might as well grab it one. We're going to take out the next two challenges. So one of those, the Titan, and one of those is the Star group. Star base is over here. So we're going to work on both of those. What was a crit for him? No! I need you to suck slightly less. There's the Caps kid. I'm not going to catch a second one because I know we can catch a evolved version later. At least the chunk leveled up. At least something, right? Okay, I'm not allowed to use any of that stuff. Forget it. What's in this? Oh, right, Charcadet. Let me grab another Charcadet. I know I said I'm not going to really be doing the Living Dex thing much, but kind of thinking on that. A little bit of extra experience. This is a poke I am actively going to be using. So this will be the pre-evolution in my box. I'll be doing that for a lot of my stuff. Hey, good catch. Alrighty. I don't have a Flittle yet. Let me grab this one. Some of the stuff we're seeing, reasonably high level. When you compare it against what I am. That's the caveat there. But Lechonk is gradually doing better. These captures are really helping. Now keep in mind, Lechonk's not going to stay in my party forever. Fiddle's toes levitated about a half an inch above the ground because of the psychic power emitted from the frill Pokemon's belly. For some reason, I kept thinking that Fiddle was the fairy. Oh, crap. Of course. Let's let Gimme Ghoul get experience here. I'm really hoping we're gonna see some level of like moves on Gimme Ghoul. Like, it's such a cool poke, but it's reaching a reasonable level. Let me actually look up and see what its burn said. Oh, it just flat doesn't learn any move. Oh. I see. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. Okay, let's swap Gimme Ghoul out. It's not gonna... Yeah, so Gimme Ghoul just doesn't learn anything. No, it has Astonish and it has Tackle, and it does nothing else. Which is kind of irritating, not gonna lie. There's stuff that I can TM it. But unfortunately, I don't have a lot of the TMs I'd want. We'll get them later. But, that's definitely something I gotta worry about. Okay, so Gimme Ghoul not gonna be useful. Still want to keep it, for a while. Goldingo has a reasonable amount of burn. So once we evolve it, but we're not going to be evolving it until very, very late. Okay. Good to know. Okay, so do I just want to... Yeah, we're just going to go back. We're going to heal up real quick. We haven't gone. We'll get Lechonk back. Okay, that's kind of disappointing to learn. I'm not gonna stop using it. Because Goldengo has a reasonably good moveset, so the only problem right now is just that, you know, I'm not gonna be able to get the Goldengo until fairly late game because I have to basically hit every single tower in order to make that happen. Not necessarily an issue. We're gonna let Lechonk stay in the lead. We'll have to prioritize going after some of the towers soon. So I'll go backward, get the towers back there. Be a big deal, though. I think I have Levitate. Shuppet has Levitate, doesn't it? It does not. I'll take Farming Void. Does so little damage, though. Like, Lechonk, I need you to become the Chonky boy that we know you can be. So, next Poke pickup is... honestly gonna be Tinkatink, which will be replacing, Fido. And then I'll probably be picking up Bombardier, and that will replace Lechonk. At least for now. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with Bombardier. Are you you're a mixed attacker? Yeah, I think we're just gonna take Covet. It's not Body Slam. But it's reasonable. So it lets me do stuff. I want it. Okay, Lechonk is health. None of these are I really care about. A day, not a... I'm gonna pick up a Knackley. Yeah, let's go pick up this this Knackley over here. Mostly for Pokédex completion purposes and to get a little bit of experience out of it. I'm not gonna use Knackley because I feel like there's better options than Knackley. Never been a huge fan of rock typing. But we'll go ahead and pick it up. And we'll add it. I'm not gonna use it. We'll add it. Layer of rock salt deep under the earth. Species was particularly treasured in the old days as they were precious. I am, like, sitting here trying to decide. I'm not allowed to use folks that are not of this generation. But I'm trying to decide, do I want to catch that are not of this generation? It feels a little bit silly to be passing up all of this, knowing I will have to come back later. So I think I'm going to do that. We're going to do that for experience purposes, and also for Pokédex completion, stuff like that. The Charcadet not quite pass. Need here, pop out. Yeah, I'll go ahead and catch, just because we're passing through. And it feels kind of silly for me to come back post game and try to and then kind of complete the journey, grab everything. Not going to use them, but I will catch them. That was less than stuff. The other reason I'm not particularly happy with Fido. Fido hasn't learned any fairy moves yet. And so we're losing a lot of power right now. And Fido just feels like it's not doing much. Yeah, I like this idea a lot better. Like, 'cause I know I'm gonna be living decks. Okay, it's actually getting play rough, which is amazing. Play rough is an amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and drop Covet, not coverage, with the understanding that we are getting rid of Fido. Like, even though we just got play rough here, if it was Swagger, I would have gone for it. Pokemon lives and nests on a riverbank. After playing the mud, it won't be able to settle down unless it washes its body. Let's push front. Take it back. We're gonna go with Kato. It's slightly lower. Ah, there's one. Area 1 of the West Province is a lot of wind. Whoosh, whoosh. Ooh. What is the what is the origin of this name, Nazon? I'm curious. That's one of the things I'm gonna talk about. Spanish, huh? Hebrew. So Spanish spelling of a Hebrew. Okay, that makes a certain amount of sense. Nazon? Oh, is that what it is? Is it Spanish form of Nathan? Okay. Interesting. Was it Nazon? Is that the... if I fight against some guys to try to catch. Interesting. Very cool. I should have guessed that was going to be the origin, just given where this region is supposed to be. This Pokemon is very friendly when it's young. It just becomes vicious when it matures, but it never forgets the kindness of its... So we got our Psyduck here, we got our Lightning Bulb thing. Constantly racked by headache. Headache turns intense and begins using powers. Oh, come on. I don't need 3-shape breaks here. And its two tails like a screw to propel itself through water. Tails also slice. That bulb shakes its tail to generate electricity. If it senses danger, it'll make its head blink on and off to alert allies. I can't. Escape. No. Should go a little bit faster because I'm not, like, I'm going to catch on sight. I'm not going to run. Until recently, people living in the mountains would ride on the backs of these Pokemon, traverse the mountain paths. They are rather large. Borgata will stay in the front. Oh, right. Ugh. Leveling up like crazy. Pokemon covers itself in mud that it has regurgitated. Mud won't dry out even if it's a long time. heal up. That's not what put Chonk back in front now that we're healed. Like, I'm not catching two of anything. I'm not catching multiple of anything that I know for a fact that we will see later. It just doesn't make sense. Why am I leading Lechonk against a Mankey? Of course I hit myself. I don't think we've gotten through a confusion yet, have we? Nope. Still haven't gotten through a confusion. Amazing. Okay, gimme Ghoul. That low kick would have taken out, would have taken out Lechonk. Oh my god, you do no damage. I am so regretting deciding that Gimme Ghoul would be part of my party. Okay, another confusion that I will never be allowed to get through. Oh, we actually got through a confusion. That's amazing. Got through 2 confusions. Lives in groups, and the true opposite of the side of its group becomes infuriated by its loneliness. Aww. Okay, back to Gimme Ghoul in the front. We already have Rockruff, already have Mink. Yeah. I'm not leading Gimme Ghoul against actual. I can definitely see why you can't ride on Fungus. But at the same time, I kind of question why you're running a Fungus. Charcadet gets, what's it called, like Incinerate at, 20-ish. So we're gonna get a huge strength upgrade there. And then what's gonna happen is after I do the left side, after we do, the Titan and we do the, Star, event, we're gonna switch over to the east side, in order to get stuff over there. And one of the things I'm going to aim for on that side is going to be getting Charcadet's upgrade item. Sorry I asked. here is this. And heal up real quick. Yeah. Technical machines I can make right now that wouldn't. Targetic. That's Sunny the Atom. Interesting. Fido can learn a lot of the bite things. Nothing useful. Don't look at Cassie was caught. Traps its opponent's its gas-like body, slowly weakening its prey by poisoning its skin. Ugh. Ow. That was impressive. Wrong with ah. Back up. Ow. I need to go buy some Pokemon. Okay, well, let's go back to the Focus Center. I kind of like this new style of Poké Center. Stronger by enduring harsh training. It is a gutsy Pokemon that can withstand any attack. I kind of like the new style to the Pokemon Center. Mostly just because it's kind of like a quick one-stop shop as opposed to a it's a drive-through as opposed to a sit-down restaurant. You know, which I find interesting. It's a cool design. The only thing I don't like about it is that kind of in universe doesn't necessarily make a ton of sense. Because wild Pokemon do things, right? Like, wild Pokemon will attack and do things. And where are these employees supposed to go? You know? Like, what are they supposed to do when wild Pokemon do terrible things? They have nowhere to go. I really don't want Gimmighoul in front anymore, just because I know it's not going to learn anything. Yeah, I like it in a, like, it feels a lot better for roaming trainers and stuff like that. And having them just kind of on the road as opposed to, okay, I probably go. Having them on the road feels good. You know, it definitely is like, you know, a pit stop sort of thing. It reminds me a little bit of like a truck stop. In some way. You know, the idea that this is a very quick stop. My family, you know, I grew up in a truck stop town. It was literally the town I grew up in, Monument, Colorado. It's a little bit different now, I believe, but also it's been over 15 years since I lived there. But the town I used to live in, it was a truck stop town. There was a very large hill that you had to drive up, especially for trucks, on their way. The next stop, which would be Castle Rock, and then as you go up from Castle Rock, you start to hit, you're heading towards Denver. And so because it's, okay, that was sudden. Because you're heading up towards, you know, Denver's the capital, obviously, there's going to be a lot of reasons to go up there. And Colorado Springs is a big technology city. Definitely the type of place that, we're gonna go very quickly, just grab this teleport point, and then we're around. But, Colorado Springs is definitely the type of place that, you know, has a lot of attention. It's on the front range. It's one of the kind of, like, I kind of call it like a portal. It is the portal into the front range, into the Rocky Mountains. You know, there's many ways to go through the Rocky Mountains. There's a highway that goes, you know, through at Denver, but there's also a highway that goes through at Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs is right in front of Pikes Peak. There's a lot of reasons to go through the Springs. So what this ended up meaning is that, you know, not very effective on. What this ended up meaning is that Colorado Springs or not Progress Ring, so Monument and Monument Hill ended up being a location that a lot of people would go through quite frequently. Are poison types not immune to poison? And Monument Hill was large, and we were on the foothills of the mountain, so the actual hill itself was more of a foot, quite large, somewhat steep. So during icy winter like that, it could be potentially problematic things where trucks would stop, on one end to verify that they have their ice chains on, gas up, stuff like that. On the other hand, verify their brakes are still okay, take a break from their downhill slog, so on and so forth. So, what this ended up meaning is that, like I said, Monument was very much a truck stop. And for a very long time, that's kind of all it was. When I was, there was the typical small town stuff. We had some gas stations, we had a McDonald's, we had a grocery store. There was kind of not a lot there. And so for most people, when you were going through Monument, you were literally just passing through. But it was very, a lot of the stuff was very, quick in and out, get what you need to go. And that is how Monument generally was in terms of just kind of what was there. And these Poké Centers kind of remind me of that. They're the ones in town, maybe a little bit less so. Like, it's still the same visual design, but has a little bit of a different feel, I guess. I cannot use fire. I know you're up. It's very bad against steel. Can't remember. Yeah, it's different. Kind of different thing when you're in the city, and it just feels like a drive-through. To me, they feel a little bit like Walgreens. Is the way I would describe what they kind of seem like from my perspective. Like, drive through, get checked up, move on. Kind of drive through COVID tests, stuff like that. That's what they feel like to me. They feel like a drive through. But out on the frontier, well then, out on the frontier, where we are now in this location that is just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. I know it definitely feels like we're, 10 minutes from, I'm just thinking it's BB. We're 10 minutes from town, right? Like, we just left, all of town. But one thing that I always think about when it comes to Pokemon games, and RPGs in general, is that there's a scale, right? It's not to scale. This is supposed to be an entire country, and it doesn't take 30 minutes to drive across a country. Typically, it's spending a little bit more time. I'm sure the Corvusquire outspeed. Yeah, Corvusquire's gonna sweep. Corvusquire's gonna sweep. That's annoying. Gimme Gold does not have. Oh, of course, right? Power Trip. Yep. But yeah, like it's not to scale. So when we look at when we look at these roads, like the road that took me 10 minutes to walk up, really should you know, that's like a 40-minute trip or something. Like, you know, it has that idea to it. So I really like this idea because it does end up feeling like a it does end up feeling a little bit like that truck stop idea. You know, pass through, get checked up. Oh my god, look behind us. Like, I think about, mentally, I'm really thinking about, like, the road down Pikes Peak. So, that sucks. It's like, mentally, I'm thinking about the road down Pikes Peak. What I mean by that is that when you drive down Pikes Peak from the peak, it's a very sharp grade that you're going down in order to descend from Pikes Peak. And this would often cause problems for drivers who didn't have the ability to, like, low shift on their vehicles or didn't know to do so. So, you know, when I last drove Pikes Peak, we had a Suburban or something to that effect. So I just put it in first or second gear and let the engine kind of help me slow my way down. And I didn't use a lot of braking power. But a lot of drivers on the way down from Pikes Peak would use an awful lot of braking power. And what would happen is, because you're using all of that braking power on the way down, your brakes would heat up something fierce. And it would be not at all uncommon for brakes to overheat and to start causing problems until the brakes. So there was a point on the way down Pikes Peak. Oh, right. On the way down from Pikes Peak, there was a not really a truck stop, but there was a stop about halfway down the mountain where basically park ranger would stop you, and it wasn't like that they wouldn't, like, walk in front of you. No, there was always a line, and there was a specific, like, station specifically for, like, a toll booth style thing. And you just go through, and as you went through, they would stop you, and they would check the temperature on your vehicle. Make sure that you were safe to continue. And if your temperature was a little bit too high, they would just pull you over to the side, and you'd wait 10 minutes. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't a tremendous thing. But that's also kind of what these Poké Centers kind of feel like. Is that kind of quick stop, check up, make sure you're good, okay, see you later. And it's always, you know, in my headcanon, I guess. You know, I've always considered that, you know, who runs and operates Poké Center? You know? Like, where does that come from? Is that a government thing? Is it a privately owned thing? Because they don't charge you. You know, it does kind of feel like a little bit of, like, you know, nationalized healthcare or something like that. Which makes a certain amount of sense if you consider the role of Pokemon in all of these countries. You know, especially as the more we advance in Pokemon games, the more we see the integration of Pokemon and culture in these games. So it does make sense that there is a certain amount of, you know, willingness of you know, the various local governments to pay for Pokemon care. So, you know, probably our mom pays taxes. Taxes pay for Pokemon Center. That would make a certain amount of sense to me. Oh, of course. That's how you win a Pokemon battle. You detonate your own Pokemon. Kind of reminded of a number of years ago, over half a lifetime ago. My family went to Hawaii. No, not my family. Me and my mom went. I think the girls were too young. And we went snorkeling in a lovely bay. Couldn't tell you which one. I'd have to go look at the name. But we went snorkeling, and while we were, you know, the snorkeling was great. It was lovely. There was a coral reef that we were kind of gliding over and across. Plenty of lovely fish to look at. It was a wonderful time. I really definitely enjoyed it. But, you know, at the time, I was, you know, scuba certified. You know, a lot of stuff. Yeah, I was around 16 or so. At the time, I was certified, so, like, snorkeling was old hat, you know, it wasn't a big deal. But somehow, while we were snorkeling, I got myself a wild sinus infection. You know, nowadays I know it's something I'm kind of prone to. It wouldn't have really realistically been a surprise. But at the time, you know, definitely kind of a obnoxious thing to deal with. I wanted that magic card. Magic cards are everywhere. But yes, you know, there was, you know, really bad, you know, really, and I mean really bad, sinus infection. I felt terrible. I mean, we're in the middle of Hawaii, you know, we're, this should be a really fun trip, but here I am miserable, because the pressure on my head was causing problems and stuff like that. And, you know, nowadays, nowadays, you know, I'm just kind of prone to them. So, you know, it probably nothing to do with anything. I could probably, you know, lots of salt water going on my nose because snorkeling. And, you know, doing, you know, I'll acknowledge, doing a little bit, you know, a little bit of free diving also happened. We didn't go too far out. We were only, you know, 50 meters or something like that. You know, water less than 30 meters deep. So I was doing some free diving to go down and look. Most of the time I was just floating on the surface and kind of making my way across, just watching. But did a little bit of free diving. You know, I was miserable. And so, you know, Mom said, you know, in order to, because we didn't have, you know, a doctor in Hawaii, for obvious reasons, I don't live there, you know, we would have to do something to get me some measure of care. So we had to go what she called a doc in the box. And I remember that back then, you know, that was, she used that as a pejorative. You know, it was considered to be kind of a scam. Nowadays, you know, that concept is everywhere. Oinkologne. Oinkologne. It's proud of its fine, glossy skin. It emits a concentrated scent from the tail. Okay, so now we have Oink, which is at least going to make Lechonk a little bit more powerful. Evolution. I want that Haunter's. But, you know, nowadays, if you look around the United States, we have urgent cares everywhere. And it was basically the same thing, right? Same concept as an urgent care, but, this was, something that should be derided. But, makes a certain amount of sense. Like, I'm not a tremendously big fan of urgent cares. Because it definitely feels like they prey on people. Come on, there we go. It was just a minor, hey, Yearn. Yep, a power pig. That is a level 30 Haunter. Well, then. That is terrifying. I'm actually completely okay with this. Yeah, it was just walk in, very quick doctor's visit, in and out, in and out, 5-minute adventure. That's basically what the Doc in the Box was. And just ended up getting myself some antibiotics, and that kind of got me through the rest of the trip. But as much as, Doc in the Box felt like, a scam back then, as much as I don't like urgent cares now, it's a little bit of what Poké Centers feel like. Just this very quick in and out, get just the care you need right now. Not using it, but I'll have it. Likes to lurk in the dark and tap shoulders with a gaseous hand. A touch causes endless shuddering. I definitely appreciate the design of the new Pokemon. I want to count. Jolteon right here. I'm gonna throw Shrivel to the front. I have no idea what level this Jolteon is. We're gonna go ahead and counter. How was the picking up your voice actor here? It is level 50. Well then. Oh, come on, give me the toxic. It knows Thunderbolt. This is not going to end well. Part of me kind of wishes I had a ground type. Okay, I'm not gonna try this anymore. There's no possible way it's gonna happen. So I'm not gonna bother. We're just gonna do it. If it had been level 30, I would have gone for it. But not level 50. Level 50. A bit ridiculous. are getting a little bit of experience to help. I'm gonna go back and heal up at the heal spot that's back here. And then we'll go after the Bombardier. Still not sure if I'm gonna use the Bombardier or not. I'm kind of coming around to the idea of using Oinkalone just because it evolved. Nope. I made this jump. Still wanna... I still find myself wanting to, replace Oinkalone. And one of the primary reasons is just, like, there's no type advantage there. There's no benefit. That being said, I'm not going to be able to get a Bombardier for a bit. I don't think you can catch one. So I don't feel like I'm, you know, getting anything from it right now. So Oinkalone's going to stick around with us for a bit. How long a bit actually is. Why I'm running along this. Like, yes, I could eventually get back on the, the road, but let me just jump to the focus center. Eventually, I'm gonna get all 4 legendaries on this file, so, like, that is a thing. And that little advertisement for the Ice Cube Pop, or whatever you might call it, man, that absolutely makes me, want a, frozen tree. Maybe that's how focus centers work, because they're just flashing a bunch of advertisements up there. Maybe focus centers are just advertising based. I guess the big question is, like, how much does it cost to run the focus center, right? I guess Shroodle's gonna be my lead poke here. Be too big of a deal. I really don't know how I feel about this thing's cry. Oh, that hits like a bit of a truck. Hey, we got the Toxic. Okay, we'll go ahead and swap out to Fido. I want Shrew to get experience from... Like, that cry just feels so, so glottal, I guess, is the word I want to use. Okay, cycling again. Let's go to Alone. Hey, Ender. I just don't like that cry. I really don't. I cannot really, like, tell you how much I hate this thing's cry. So I think we're not going to be using Bombardier for that reason. Let's go to Starving. More effective, but okay. Fortunately, now I have my Shroom Cloud again. I was gonna go for the poison thing. We're gonna hope it goes after the Knackling. Nope. Went after Shroom. Okay, that sucks. That sucks a whole bunch. Okay, so let's swap out, I mean, Charcadet's really the only one I really want involved in this fight. So let's pull out Charcadet and hope that Charcadet can get some work done. Vermont on Knackley is fine. And Knackley is doing work. You know, this is... Normally, in the original playthrough of Violet, you know, I did all the heavy lifting in all these fights. This one's almost exclusively Arven. Which I'm actually okay with. I'll get some free experience. Arven gets to, you know, feel good about himself. I'll be... Hell yes, Charcadet. Okay. Skip through the dialogue here. Nothing amazingly exciting, I don't think. I enjoy this theme. Okay, I want to see what happens when I say no to a sandwich. Fine. Want to keep your sandwich riding after a while? Fine. Oh, this is a but thou must. Okay, it's a but thou must. Okay. I tried not to give it away. The game wouldn't let me. This is interesting. So we also eat all of the Urban Mystica. So should me and Arven not be superpowered as well? Knowing what I know now about Mabostiff, you know, that comment from, you know, I really owe, as well as his kind of hiding of what's going on, it says a lot about Arven. You know, he doesn't have the ability to data be able to cross water. Seems like a lot of I mean, the writing. I can't remember if she's used the same script as Turo. It feels like she is, but at the same time, I can't help but feel like there is some difference in the writing. I don't know, maybe she feels a little bit warmer somehow. Or maybe that's just me applying my knowledge of, you know, Turo's lack of humanity. I don't remember what level Shrew evolved at. The II. Oh. I will definitely take Slash over her. And it's still 100 accuracy. I will absolutely take Slash over Strudel. You know, when I originally saw Strudel at the outset of Violet, Pokemon form schools, the others the same color. The greatest foe of a school of blue basculin is a school of red basculin. You know, when I saw Strudel during my original playthrough, I honestly thought it was going to be a terrible Pokemon. Like, I didn't think that it could somehow be good. And yet, I'm really liking it on my team right now. Like, it feels like a very positive addition. What is What is inside this rock? I don't feel like doing that. Okay, we have one other goal on this side of the country right now. Another goal is to go deal with Team Star. I absolutely feel as if this attempt on Team Star is not going to be anywhere as easy as the last one. Got someone. Yeah, we're good. EMs! Woo! I've taught my Pokemon all sorts of strong moves. EMs, you know. I didn't know that. Challenged by Candina the model. You also have annoying. So eventually, ow! That hurt a bunch. I'm quite upset about that. Okay. I'm gonna swap out. Eventually my goal is that I'm going to get all the forms of all the Pokemon and a shiny. Like, we're gonna try to do a little bit of everything. That's bad. Swap. Just taking damage everywhere. Ow. Light Floor Gato. You got it. Do I want workup? I mean, it's better than Tail Whip. Do I have anyone better for Luxio? Yeah, Oinkalone has Punch Up. That's fine. You ever sleep for goddamn forever and you're still... Non-stop yawning, I tell you. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you got the additional effect, Paralyze, I was gonna be very upset at you. Yeah, so what's gonna end up happening is we're going to, I don't know if I'll get everything in Scarlet as well. But in Violet, I'm going to go through and I'm going to have boxes, you know, I'm going to have Pokemon 1 through whatever of male Pokemon. And then the next boxes will be 1 through whatever of female. And then the last boxes will be whatever forms are not gender identified. And I won't, you know, this will be based off of any Pokemon that actually have differences in... you know, sexual dimorphism, anyway. You know, Pokemon like Pikachu, Oinkalone, you know, there's actual differences in those Pokemon based off of what sex they are. Oh god. Oh, crap. I fell. Don't let... No! Boxes, how do they work? Warned you about stairs, bro. Him we care about? No. Elwyn is a good TM, not one I particularly care about. Nope. Don't particularly care about Mankey. Drop down here. I'm trying not to yawn. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Kind of keeps happening. Okay, seriously. The big problem right now for Gimmighoul, the reason I'm not using Gimmighoul is it literally has just 2, and it learns nothing else. I'd be, you know, happier, overall, if I could teach it some TMs, but unfortunately, I don't have any of the TMs that Gimmighoul really wants to learn. So, unfortunately, at the moment, Gimmighoul is just kind of a dead member of the party. Ha! Dead, because it's a ghost. Get it? But just kind of not a particularly good member of the party. Now, that'll change over time. hopefully we'll get some TMs that will make it useful. I'm very much hoping also that, you know, like, TMs are the big deal, right? TMs are things that will make it really super cool. Oinkalone coming through as a powerhouse. Charcadet learning Nightshade is good. Replace Astonish. Now Charcadet is also going to come in as a bit of a powerhouse. It's not the move we really want. Here comes Tinkatink. This is the one I'm going to be catching soon in order to replace Fido. Go heal at the Poké Center real quick, and then we're gonna go up that path to the right, where we'll get the Tinker. Catch a Swablu, catch a Swablu. So doing the catching that I'm doing, and also the battling that I'm doing, is helping me stay not necessarily ahead of the XP curve, but it's keeping me on the XP curve. Oh well. Almost. Ow. What I could also consider doing for the last slot to replace Oinkalone is I could go for Rellor and have access to a have access to Bug Rock. And have whatever it is, Rabska, however you pronounce it, later on. That could be an interesting choice. I don't go Bug very often. Group is attacked. Pomo is battle, defeating enemies with a fighting technique. Rocks. Heal up. Having its stats low. I want that on. Yeah, Fido just not really carrying its weight, unfortunately. Nummel. didn't want to crit there. A couple of catches to go, then we're gonna go ahead and move. I am trying to decide if I want to keep going up this side until I get to the gym. That's a good long distance way, and one of the reasons I don't necessarily like that idea is that there's a definite experience gap that we'll hit. The reason I'd be interested is that town is where you get the amulet, which would be a very nice thing to have, give me a bunch of money for the remainder of the game. Hey Jack, good morning. Honestly, not like wings, it takes a shower to clean it. Let's try again to get the Nummel. The other real reason I want to go on east side is to get Charcadet's evolution item. I feel like that's going to be incredibly making Charcadet a fairly strong Pogo Crawl. Please stop critting on the second hit. Stop killing things, please. Magma of almost 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit courses the body. When it grows cold, the magma hardens. So can you imagine your blood hardening? While it's inside you? Terrifying thought. Okay, got a couple things going on up this hill that I'm in. We'll go ahead and let Shrew. I want a lovely prize. You're not gonna get one. Duria. I love some of these names. A lot of them are names I'm just kind of unfamiliar with for, you know, various reasons. No, this loss does not add to your count. I'm sorry. Okay, so we got a couple things to do up here. The primary one we're doing up here is getting hitting. Find one his. Ag that while we're here. But there's also a Gimme Ghoul at the top of that tower, and I want it. Probably gonna have to catch from here. 70, that's 75, at least. And try for Acid Spray. Grab Phalanx. I really want to see them do an evolution to this book at some point. Oh, come on. That is one of the downsides to my team. I don't really have a catcher. You are in red bar. Like, what are you doing? Sorry, Strudel. Eagle should be mostly immune to the crap this thing can do. But, like, my dude, you are in red bar. You should be catchable. What? Why? Why? I'm running out of balls. Come on. What? Like, I can't prep you any better than I have. Like, I don't have a way to put you to sleep. I don't have a way to paralyze you. Oh my god. That was my only Ultra Ball. Thank you. That should not have... What was that, like 8 balls? That should not have been that much. Grass, which is the one that stands the front in orders, is the strongest and hardest of them. I would love to see an evolution. I think that would be very cool. There is pink. He's gonna have hammer time in this playthrough. I was hoping because it was not very effective that would not actually. Oh, there's a Bronzor there. It's not something I particularly care about at the moment. Like, my goal right now is Tinkating. Okay, problem child. It also does have it. Let's see. So, do an echoed voice. Hopefully this won't kill. Acceptable. We'll just go for it, because I'm worried that another echoed voice will kill. Perfect. Okay. Fido has done its diligence. It stayed with us for a good long time. It swings its handmade hammer around to protect itself, but the hammer is often stolen by Pokemon that eat metal. That's a shame. Fido did some good work. Stayed with us for a while. It has been a good doggy. But it is time to retire. I'll catch other Tinkatink later. I'm not going to worry about it now because I'm running out of balls. And I want to catch this baby ghoul up here. Doesn't particularly matter to me, honestly, if I kill it or catch it. But I do want to catch because A, I need a second Gimme Ghoul in this file, but I also need a second Gimme Ghoul in Violet. So, and you can't breed these. So I would really appreciate this thing just getting them. That's another one. We are, now that I've gotten my Gimme Ghoul and my Tink-a-Tink, I'm going to jump down, grab one of the items I missed, and then we're going to backtrack for a second. Boxes, how do they work? And the only reason we're backtracking is that there's a tower back here that I couldn't get earlier. That was 10 Gimme Ghoul points for that one. I just want to snag that tower up ahead, just kind of while it's on my mind, to make sure we don't miss out on it. I need to have, actually, Tink take the lead, because it needs experience. Not have a Pikachu. Tink, you have a hammer. Use it. That hammer. Oh, whoops. I wasn't paying any attention to Pikachu's health. Get another one later. Pikachu are not exactly rare. I do enjoy it. Stockpile. That's the point. What levels of it? 18, okay. Keep stockpiling. That's fine by me. It is gaining defense, but Rock Smash is helping with that. So if it does anything, yeah, it's swallowed. So swallowing, it is now going to be at -2 defense. So yes, it gains some HP, but we're going to break it down just. Oh my god, can you stop healing yourself? making this take a while for basically no reason. I don't love battles quite as much. And if I battled as badly as you, I would understand. Let's go ahead and just snag ourselves a barrel while we're here. Just because it happens to be in front of me. Oh my god, can you not? Oh my god! Stop it! For -3 attack. Or is it -4? Oh, good. It bounced. Yes. So the problem with draining... I'm going to replace Baby Doll Eyes with it. The problem with draining Kiss, it's special, and I'm pretty sure Tinky Tank's going to be a physical attacker the entire time. Or on its body, it actually repels water. It can say, right, even when it plays in the water. That is a small amount of annoyance. I'm just catching stuff. So. Just doing some work stuff that has come up. That's a Fletchinder, not a Fletchling. Okay. Like, none of the things I have are gonna be... Okay, I am done having Tinka-Tink do the fight. Not work. What's up, Pepper? Yeah? Being cute? I see that tail wagging a mile a minute. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see you wagging. I see you wagging. Let's be weak against flying. Or, like, flying must resist parry. Damn it! And it burned me on the way out. Okay, Rose wants to go out, so I will be back in a few minutes.